that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
That information is not available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
Howdy do, welcome to another stream of the day. Anyway, so what we've got to do is model, continue, we've got to get this ready, I need it. So we've got to model the FC-50 antenna tuner by YAESU, and I've got to make the cage fit my existing cage. Anyway, let's just make sure we got some audio before we start off. Let's have a listen. The antenna tuner by YAESU, and I've got a bit of background noise going on. Fans keeping me cool, so we'll keep that. I'll just move it back a bit. Maybe it'll make a little bit less noise. Right. So, if you're going back to the other project, the 3D printed cage. So this is number 8 in that episode series. Modelling the YAESU FC-50 tuner, so antenna tuner. And we want to make a cage. Okay. So let's do that. Let's bring up what we have. This is the last episode, number 7. I was modelling FT-891. That's as far as we got with it. So there it is. Looks quite nice. Now we've got to now model the other bit. Now what I'm interested in is whether these hole centres are the same on, which I don't know yet, on this FC-50. So let's have a look. Here it is. Here's my FC-50. I've just taken it out of line with the, a bit dusty. Taking it out of line with the FT-891. It looks very similar. So let's just do some preliminary measurements. Right, so let's have a look on the model. So we'll get a tape measure and we'll just, not from that angle we won't. Right, we need to find the middle. There it is. We'll go over to this one, middle. Right, so 90 millimeters. 90 millimeters, so let's have a look. Right, here is the FC-50. I don't know what that's all about, a bit of airflow. Yeah, anyway, there it is, if you haven't seen one. What I'm going to do now is measure the hole centres, and I hope it's 90. If it is, it'll save me a lot of trouble. And it is. It's the same. Right, this might be a quick episode then. The width, next is the width, right. So let's get my cage that I made for the FT-891, just take that off. Now, is the width the same? I have no idea. It fits. So let's see if I can get it in. Let's go the other way. I don't want to scratch it. So this might be the quickest modelling there ever was, if it's the same fitting. Good old YAESU. If it is. Know what I need to do. I just need to pull one of the sides off to get some space. This is just pushed together, this one. So maybe I don't have to model anything. Let's just try it again. Right, so it's in there. Just close the sides up. Wow, they've made it the same size, can you believe it? Oh, can't seem to... Some of the screws are stopping me. Maybe they've put the screws in a different place. Not the fixing holes. No, there we are. Okay. So that's what it'll look like in there. So possibly too much space, yeah. There's a few things to model. So, oh no, it's getting warm in here. Whew. Right, let's get it out again because I don't want to mark it. Right, let's get it out. There we go, we got it out. So it's basically the same. So what is different? Ah, I know what's different. Oh no. No. There's some recesses in there. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just put it down a second. And I'm going to pull these sides off. I think I've got the indents in there for the screws. Right, so I've got the side off. God, it's blooming warm. Right, so I've got this off there. Now I've got the little screws there and there next to the fixing holes, and I've also got indents for the screw holes already. Will they line up? That's actually sat on there now. It's inside the holes. Yeah, it's inside the holes. Now, do they line up? No. No, they don't actually line up. If you can see, they line up vertically, but not horizontally, or is it the other way around? Right, so there. Hang on. Am I the right way up? Make sure you get this the right way up. That's the right way up. Yeah. So, right, they're locked in now. You can't see. They're locked in. Now the holes, I'll show you the holes. The holes are very slightly, you can't see. See, they're just too low. So, and there's too much width in this. So, what I'm gonna, it's exactly the same holes, but actually, hang on. They're slightly offset to the top. Maybe I've got this the wrong way. That's the left side. They are slightly off centre. Ah. Yes, so what on the FT-891, the screws aren't low, they're high. And my thing is the opposite way. So, now in theory I should be able to turn that round or use this side, and then they should fit. Let's have a look. No, they're not lining up. Hang on. There. Oops, this is difficult. Oh, you know, guess what? They line up. Yeah, they actually. Just got the screws are quite small on this one. The case screws, that is. Right, it's difficult to line up like that. Right, there we go. They're locked in now. No, they're not. but you can see they're locked in, and you can see the screw holes just about, you can see them straight through. So it's almost like it's upside down. I can see it. So yes, let me hold it up to the actual FT-710. So the wing nuts are slightly higher than the screw. Let me hold this the same way up as the radio. Ah, and these are slightly... oh, hang on. No, they're the same. They're the same. That's weird. I'll tell you what, we've got
Is that a
all
question?
my old
Yes,
carriers
The question
here.
is futile.
Yeah,
That
it's got the same
information
modelling.
is not
So,
available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, so I can see the problem. It's directly upside down. For some reason, yeah, that's it. For some reason, YAESU have decided. Oh no, yeah. See, that was designed to clip like that, but they've decided to put the holes in. The holes actually line up in the. Can you see that? Just there. Like the holes actually line up to take that groove. Hang on, yeah. So what it is, they've actually made. So let's get this lined up here. Actually, why does it look the same? It looks the same on here. That's as weird as hell, that is. I look like I'm at the level with it. Anyway, so what I want this to do, it needs to clip over to the other one. Let's put that down a minute. Let's have another look at this case. So the holes are very slightly offset. So now let me try and work out the right way for this. Right. Okay, so that's the right way. So it sits like that. And you've got the bolt down the bottom. And these can go either way. So on mine the holes are up, and on the actual radio the holes are down, so it just needs altering. But then the width is wider than what we need. And why is the width wider? Let's try and work that out next. Are these the same thickness? It's difficult to tell. It does look the same thickness. I wonder if they've made them to fit the same size. It's difficult to do, so I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's take the radio down. Let's just take the front off. Right, front is off. Let's put the front somewhere. Quite surprisingly heavy, those fronts. Right, this is my radio. It's unraveling it everywhere. USB port, speaker and power supply. Can I get it off? Yeah. Right, so I've still got the mic plugged in. Let's try and get the mic out. Right, okay. Don Zozo. Looks great and must be fun designing and building it. Does it sound like fun? Sounds like a lot of stress. But welcome anyway. Let's just welcome you to the live stream. Don Zozo. Welcome. Yeah, it's okay, but I'm in a bit of a rush today. So we've got the FT-710. I told you, let's just take this apart. This is an angled bracket that slides onto a mount under a shelf. Slightly different bracket to the other one. The other one was a straight. This one was designed to be a straight fit. Exactly the same, but this one's a straight mount. Put it into there and you have it straight head on. But I'm sitting slightly down, so I made another one slightly offset. So let's take these and careful with these screws because they're only supposed to go in so many mil, about 6 mil max. And these, so if you go too far, be very careful because you could affect the PCB. Now these are more than 6 mil, but only just by a little bit. So anyway, this has got to come out of this cage ultimately because it's coming with me. Portable. Needs to go into its big cage. Now what I'm trying to do with as least amount of work as possible is use the existing cage 3D design, modify it slightly to make it fit with this one. So that's that angled one. I'll just get rid of that for a bit. Where shall I put it? Run out of space. Right, so what I'm trying to find out is if this radio, what a fantastic radio these things are, anyway. They're heavy. And I wonder if YAESU just put a big block of metal in there. Let's just find out. They're very close in size, aren't they? I can see now what they've done. I'll show you sideways on. They've put the screw here is set lower. No, it isn't. What's going on? Let me have a look. What is going on? Ah, yes, I got it now. Yeah, so the screw is set, they're both set lower than the screw point, the wing nut point, but the one is a lot lower than the other one. Yeah, so what we're going to have to do is create another cage with a slightly different offset, and they're both, let's see if they've got the same width. They pretty much have. They've almost designed it identical. Right, where can I put that? Thanks, looks great to me. I may have just found a new hobby. Oh, well done. Yeah, 3D printing, it's great. And you can do it free as well, you don't have to sign up to expensive tools. So anyway, I don't need to go to the gym, I can just lift these up and down. I'm getting my workout free. I'm short of space where to put this stuff without damaging it. Some of them have got a few little scratches here and there. I bought them used on purpose, so I didn't mind measuring them and constantly dealing with them. So luckily, so all I need to do is find out how much gap there is. So let's have a look. Let's bring the cage up we've already made. So that was designed to fit the FT-710 inside it. Now they're both the same thickness, so let's just have a look. So it'll sort of sit it about there, and it might as well print it out again. I could make it thinner, but is there a point? No, there's no point to doing it thinner. You could make the top sit down a bit less. There's no point. So I'm just going to make the same again, because the whole idea these fit together. And I've got nowhere to put that at the minute. Let's pop it on here. Stay. So the idea of these is you mount them and you can join them together here. You can put them on a slide rack, or you can just put bolt them together like that with some kind of, well, I'm going to have to work that out. So you can't see the other bit I've got under here. I've got the other bit that this bracket slides onto. This bracket slides onto the shelf. Once you've mounted your radio, you push it up and just push it back. That's it. To take it off, you just pull. There we go. So that bit there needs to be. So I probably need that bit to slide in there. In a minute, you'd have to fasten the two like that. I can't get to it. And you'd have to put something between the two. So you can see the two halves. You'd have to put some kind of flat thing and then slide it in there. Maybe it could just be a 3D printed thing you push in. But do I trust it like that? Probably not. It might be a tight fit. You might be able to just slide it in and that's fine. So I'm going to have to work something out. But I do need to get some printing going on. I need one for an ICOM 706. That looks pretty well. Yeah. Well, this is on MakerWorld as a free files to print straight to your Bamboo Lab printer or whichever one you've got. All the sizes have been done and measured, so the only thing we've got to do is the little cutout holes. We've just got to alter those cutout holes. Don't forget, we've also got a dust cover that fits it as well, like that. You can't see the light is pouring here, but they've got a dust cover. Now it was a little bit loose compared to the previous one I made. It's loose now because I've got them split apart. It basically all comes apart like this. Just split them apart like that. That's one piece, and then you split this one up and everything just comes apart like that. So they interlock. No screws required on that. And what holds it all together is when you put the screws in here, and on the other side the radio actually holds it all together, but to be fair, it's not going anywhere anyway. So what I've got to do is create so those screw holes there, they've got to be modified a bit. You can't see them. I'll show you on the model. Let's show you on the model. Right, so here's the model. This is the model of an FT-891, which I modelled myself, and it's not finished. But I did model these. If anyone's broke one on MakerWorld, you can actually print some more out if you've broke one. Right, so it was getting ready for the knob and all the other stuff, but that's as far as we got. But the reason I modelled it in the first place was to get the rails on it. So I've got all the rails going on. Now if we get rid of the rig, let's get rid of the right hand one. Now the problem I've got now is because on the 891 this recess is for the screw that holds the case together, and this is where you put your wing nut through. But on the FC-50 these holes are slightly up, around about there, so we've got to move them up. Now that should be very easy. I could even make them wider, and if I was clever I'd make them big enough to encompass the both areas if I was really clever. So yeah, so I might do that. Probably will do that actually, because these are printed face down like that. They're printed like that, just like that, and then there's yeah. So I think I'll do that, then at least I can put the radio in it, or the FC-50, the FT-891 or the FC-50, and it won't matter. So let's just do that, and that will be a quick fix. Now I could shrink it somewhat, but I think I'll leave it as it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to double click this, I'm going to come out. I'm going to show similar items. Right, let's just turn that on. Right, so that is a copy of this, just in reverse, I think. Yes. So if I go hide similar items, yeah. So that is just a reverse copy of this one. Right, so I'll turn that off for a minute. So if I adjust this one, and they're both going the same way. Now I think, hang on, where's the rig? I think the rig is, hang on, view. Right, there's the rig. That's the right way up. Let's just do an X-ray of it. Just make sure they're lining up. Yeah. So you've got your case screw there. If I hide the, oh, can't hide that, because that's I'm selected it. But if I turn that one off, you can see the case screw is in the right place for the FT-891, but it's not in the right place for the FC-50, so it needs to go higher. So what I'll do, I'm just going to literally go around here and either make them elongated, that's what I'll do, so it fits both. Right, let's come out of the X-ray mode. Hopefully, because I've got to get these printed, they take a few hours to print. So I definitely need another one. So what I'll do, I'll go into it. I wonder if I could select half a circle. Probably not. Tell you what we'll do. We'll just measure the depth. 2 mil. So I'm going to bring the depth back up to there. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to literally put a copy straight there. Is that a copy? Maybe. Yeah, we're okay. And I'm just gonna do bring the sides in like this. Oh, before I do that, oh, I'm still zoomed in, am I? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is get rid of that one. Get rid of that one, and I could just leave it at that, but to make it even better, I'll just fill the sides in and then get rid of these bits. And then I'm going to drop it down by 2 mil, and hopefully we have got, yeah, the wider area that will cover both radios. Just need to do the same with this one now. It's not having it. There it is. Put that level there. Get a copy of this one. It's not letting me have it. Why not? Okay. Don't know why it's not letting me have that. It's very strange. Now it is. So we'll. Alright, I've got a copy of it. We've moved it up there. Now we're going to take off. Oh, it seems to split this one up for some reason. It's okay, we can do it manually. Let's put the sides in. And now get rid of these little bits. So that's gonna cover my altered screw position on the FC-50. There we go. See, it's done a bit of a weird thing. So what we'll do is we'll just smooth. There we go, we're okay. So that's it. Now that should have automatically applied to the right hand one as well, so let's just double check. Yeah, we're done. Okay, and they're mostly together the same, and I haven't had to change a lot, so I'll put the rig back in and have a look at it in 3D. That software looks user-friendly. Yeah, the software is SketchUp Make 2017. It's no longer available off SketchUp, Trimble, Google, whatever. It's an old one. It's the last of the old ones that was for the Maker community. So, as long as you're not using it commercially, you're okay. But it's discontinued. You can get it off archive.org. You search for it. That's the only place you can get it now. Well, nice and clean places you can get it. Let's say that. Right. So as you can see, when you zoom in, we should have enough room for the thing. We won't know until we've actually printed one out. So, well, at the minute we'll pretend this is the FC-50, even though this is the FT-891, sorry. Right, let's put the rest of the stuff on it. So we got upper mount and lower mount. What else is there? Oh, the wings, the rail ears. So this is one of the models. If you go on eBay or anywhere like that, you'll find that they print a thinner one with rounded stuff, and the ears are just all in one prints. Now I've made them like this because what we've got. Okay, cool. That's for that. Thanks for that. Yes, I mean I'm retired, not I'm retired, not I'm overwork. I don't know what that means. I'm retired, not I'm over. Oh yes, you're retired and you're overwork, right? Or you're not retired and you're overworked, or you're overwork and you're retired. Nice cryptic one. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Possible ambiguity in that little bit of a comment, top chat. So that's why we had more space at the bottom for the feet. Now we don't have that on the other one, but to be fair, I'm not that bothered. You could use it maybe to stuff some ham radio guides, band plans, or something like that. Carry it all with you, because the fans are at the front and back. So yeah, I think we'll leave it like that. These are exactly measured, so they will fit on a standard PS1 or Bamboo Studio or Bamboo Lab 3D printer. So what I've got to work out now, as I need two of them, don't I? I've got to work out how I'm going to join them. Let me just switch everything else on. Rail ears, don't know what that is. Shelf. That's the under the shelf bit. Livery. So I've got the livery. I don't need the livery. I won't bother with a dust cover for now. Although I could put a dust cover on it, but I'm not that bothered. So you've got your mic holder, and your vertical one, retainer. Yeah, we don't need all that. So the rig, dust cover. There's the dust cover, which gets the livery bolted onto it. leave that off for now. Shelf, there's an angled bracket. Yeah, so you can't have both. So if you're using the cage, if you don't want the cage, while I'm in the stream or the shack, I use one of those, so I don't need the big cage around it. Or when I'm portable, I need the big cage. So and there's two different mounting brackets and the rail knobs. So we'll need 4 more rail knobs. So I'll have to print some more of those. Yeah, I'll definitely have to print some more. I made them myself, actually. I made them myself, and they're just it's just a hex bolt M4, and it's just pushed into the plastic, just pushed into there, and it's 3D printed that as well. And you just push it in, and then you got yourself a knob. I actually come across a packet of them the other day. What a shame, they're M5. Yeah, so I picked up a pack out of a charity shop for £1. Look at them. But they're M5, they're no use. What a shame. Anyway, they're coming for something. Sorry, brain fart. I'm now retired. Lot of time for hobbies now. Oh right, very good. That's a good thing. Yeah. So I wonder if you've got a 3D printer. Yeah, ham radio. It's a great hobby. Fantastic hobby. As Stuart from Station Master says in his intro, ham radio is a fantastic hobby. It is. It's a huge hobby. You can be into electronics and all sorts. You can make stuff, or you don't have to be. You can just use it. I tend to make more stuff than I use. I don't know why. But I'm about to right that wrong by taking portable with me. This equipment, which I've been building up over the last year, for that exact reason. Right, so shelf mount lower. Yeah. So your shelf mount is basically this here. We're going to have to hide the rest of the model. Right, so you've got this piece of plastic that prints out with an arrow on it pointing to the front of your shelf. It's got the hole spacing is exactly right. So you got your spacer. There's a spacer, right, and then there's the slide mount. Yeah. So there's a spacer. Then there's this piece of plastic that you screw. Your countersunk screw sits in. So it's already countersunk there a little bit, and it's countersunk there. So you screw. Actually, we got a screw. Did we have a screw? No, we haven't got no mic fix. No, we didn't have it. But you put your screw through there. And this is like a template for where your screw has to go. So you hold this to your front of your shelf. The upside down like that. So I've done that with mine. I've put... Where's my shelf? I'm on the wrong side. Hang on. Hang on, maybe, yeah, I'm on the, yeah, I'm showing you the wrong bracket. Oops. So anyway, I could turn it around, I suppose. Hang on. Upper. Let's turn the lower down, lower bracket, lower spacer, lower knot. So you've got the upper bracket. Oh, that's that main lot. Hang on. Slide plate. No. Upper. Have I got a lower? Oh, lower. Right, upper. No, that's the wrong one. Ear fixings. Nah. Oh, it's alright, I'm hiding them all at once. No, I'm not. Hang on. Take off the upper mount and lower mount, so you'll be able to see. Oh, it's been a while since I looked at this last. Ah, there's it. There it is. Yeah, there it is. So it does. Yeah, does the space. So there's the spacer. Got an anomaly there that needs to come out, and then you got the mounts. Yeah. Right. So I see what the problem is. So don't need that there. Let's just clean that up. That's it. That was a bit of an anomaly. So basically, once you fit the upper mount, it's slight. Let's take the rig off. Have a look at it from here. So, those aren't the slide mounts. That's not the slide mount. That is because you don't have to have a slide mount. So we upper mount. So take the upper mount off. That's the original one. I've done it in red. That's what it is. I've just done it. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the angle bracket. There it is. I think. No, that's the wrong one. So where is the... Hang on. Maybe I only did one. Right, so that's that. So the upper mount. No, I don't think that shows you. No, that's not showing me, so that's not the right one. So where have I done it? Upper mounts. Lower mounts. That's the top one. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe I'm missing it somewhere. I can't actually see the one I meant to show you. That's weird. So what have I done with the inserts? I've actually lost it. I don't have a 3D printer yet, but I think it's time to get one. Okay. Yeah, you'll have some fun with it. Definitely, I've printed loads of stuff out. I've printed all this out, all these bits. This DIN rail angled bracket. This enclosure. I printed a retaining clip, sprung loaded DIN rail retaining clip, one for the touchscreen. We've even done buttons. Done the push button one. I've done the keypad, push button keypad, ready for with a shroud that covers it. You can screw it in from the back, push the shroud over, and I've done a RFID reader mount. That same thing. You push over. Can't get it out now. Yeah. Anyway, and loads of other stuff. This thing. Done this one. This is a antenna rotator with a waterproof enclosure. In there's a stepper motor driven antenna 7-band or 7-channel antenna switcher, and you can manually switch it or stepper motor driven. It all fits into there like that, and you can cable through the glands under there, pop that on top of there, and that bolts onto your pole, and it's all cabled separately. Anyway, there's that. I showed. Have a look at the last live stream if you want more of that. It is getting warm in here. Right. So I have actually lost my infill panel for some reason. And why is that? That's crazy. Yeah, I use the antenna switcher here. Yeah, I use it. I made it. I 3D printed it all and made it. And there's a full series on that if you want to have a look in the live. It's in the live section, live stream. There's a whole series on building that, and I built 12 and I sold 9 at cost. And what it does, it just paid for the bits. You know, it give me some money back for the bits, the money I spent on the bits. And I've got no plans to make any more because I try to sell them at a greater cost to make it worth my while to build it. Didn't turn out worth a while, but they all sold in the end. I sold them for very cheap, £15 some of them, the last few, just to get rid of them. Anyway, I could make some more, but there's no reason for me to make them. There's just not enough money in it. But it's great for a DIY project. Right, anyway, I need to find the rest, the correct panel, otherwise I'm not going to be able to print this. Let's just switch everything back on in case it's hiding. I'm hoping I haven't modified the wrong one. I'm switching it all on just in case. Try and look through it. Let's have it in 3D. Right, so what you have to do is you have to model absolutely everything. Yeah, I can actually see it now. Can I see it? Yeah, I can see the outline of the grey. See that grey one? Yeah, so we need to turn the red ones off. And that one. Let's have a look. Are we still... What am I seeing? Am I... Right, let me try. I just got to see it. Hang on. See, that is not the right one. I may have lost it, you know. Or did I create it as a separate file? Right, I've got to turn off, so let me turn off some of the stuff. Ear fixings. That can be turned off. Upper mount. I'm not sure if that's one. Lower mount. Spacer. Slide mount. Oh yeah, look at the videos. There's lots of them, but they're hours long, so there's no. You'll have to skimp through them. You have to just slide through them with the scroll, with your mouse pointer or something. Scroll through them, so it'll be too long. Yeah, yeah. I'm just. I can still see the black there, so it is there, I think. Yeah, let me just turn off the... Alright, let's get rid of the rail. Let's turn the rail ears off and the side mounts. Alright, I can still see the geometry that I'm after. Let's hide the rig and the mic holder stuff. Okay, and the rail knobs. I'm slowly tracking it down, and the top covers. The shelf can go. Okay, that bracket can go, and lower bracket lower. Yeah, that can go. Ah, I think I know what I did. I kept one. Yeah, one. The bottom one. Oh, there's only one of them got it because I just printed the same one twice. So lower mounting bracket. Ah, there's a problem there. Oh, what I probably did is put. Let's get rid of that. Let's find out what else we can get. Let's get rid of the livery. Upper mount, lower mount. So. Oh, what have I done with it? Front dust cover can go. So that's the bit without. Now what have I done with it? Ah, there it is. Now that's the. Oh, maybe I've. Right, let's turn off the lower mount. Ah. So for some reason I seem to have lost it. That's weird. So, look, this one here, it's got the built-in. If I take it apart, what I'm after is I'm just after this one I made with these slide mounts on, and that actually fits onto the slide mount as well. So why can't I find that one? Now I did turn this into, I probably use this as the basis for this thing. Right, so I used it for the basis. If I hide the bracket now. Hang on, let's just go into it, case there's two in there. No, there's only one. So if I turn that off, not that one, that one. Right, so I haven't got a copy of that now. That's a shame. I've got it as a 3D model to print out, but I don't know why I would have got rid of it. Because that geometry, it's all part of this. Yeah. So right, so I've turned that. Yeah, I seem to have lost that. That's a bit of a shame. Anyway, I need to start it. Maybe you forgot to clone it before. Yes, I think that's what happened. Yeah, I think that is definitely what happened, unless it's hiding in with something else. Let's have a look at the bottom one. Hang on, what about if I take this off? X-ray style. So we don't need. don't need that. Alright, so we've got these two brackets. Yeah, so that's just the red one. So it's weird why I did that. I would not be that stupid. Alright, that one hasn't got one on it. Let's just make sure the bottom one hasn't got it twice. No. Right, that's weird. Right. Just open a new version of SketchUp. Let's just see if I can find it. Yeah, because I do need... Well, I need a way of joining them together, don't I? I can print them out. Still got the Bamboo Lab files. Alright, let's try and find... I've got an untitled... Oh, no, that's not right. I wonder if one of these is it. What is this? Ah, it's just nothing. That's just nothing. Hang on, let's try and see if it's that one. Nope. Okay, let's go into my saved files. Right, we've got FT-891 there. We've only got the one file. Let's see if there's any more down here. Oh, you can't see. Let me sorry. FT-891. That's just the one file. See if anything looks like it. It'll be right at the bottom if there's any. Oh, there's one there. What's this one? Absolutely nothing. Oh, can't in here. There you go. Right, let's go down the bottom. No, I don't think I've got it. So I will have to model it again. That's a pain. Not there though. That's a weird one. Okay. Right. So looks like I've lost it. I must have modified it. Why would I do that? These are the older ones. So if I open up Bamboo Studio, let's open up Bamboo Studio and bring up the file. I haven't got the printer switched on, so it might slow it down a bit. Yeah, it's I can still print it out for now, and I'll have to remodel it another day. But it's only the actual model. I've got the STL file ready for printing. It's not the end of the world. It's just I can't actually adjust it, but I don't want to adjust it anymore. So all I'll do is, I don't need to alter that anyway. That stays the same. Doesn't have to be altered. Always got new versions, haven't they? I think that was it. Is that the one? Yeah. No, that's an older file. That's not the one. That's an older one. Oh, there it is. See there? That's the one I was after. This is an older file. So let's go on to more. Is that the one? Oh. Well, that's an old file. Got to, tell you what, let's just open the project wherever it is. My 3D models, I think it's in. Or was that already in? Downloads now. So my 3. Oh, you got it. Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah, you get that because any other version is a paid one. And they've taken it off their. It used to be downloadable off their website. They've taken it away. They want you on a subscription. You see, I don't do that if I can help it. Right. Right. Hang on. What am I after down here? Oh, RFID coin. So, where are my models? My SketchUp. Are they in there? Here they are. Is that the one? No. I don't know. What is that? That's 382. That one's bigger. I don't know if this is anything to do with it. Don't check. Can't find this one now. Well, that's not the latest one either. That's an older one because there's a bit's missing. Unless I printed them separately. Yeah, subscription, crazy. Are they crazy? There's only so much disposable income. You can't subscribe to many things. So you have to use the old tools. Right, I'm struggling tracking this down. Try that one. That's the old one. Right, what the hell have I done with it? Another one I can't find. Open a you've got recent projects. It's not in there, is it? You've got to be careful at some of these Windows operating systems now. They're doing backups and restores and stuff, and they can blot out your stuff if you're not careful. Downloads. Why is it in downloads? Maybe I put it in downloads. Brackets. Don't know what that is. Will you stop with the incessant reminders? Right. So, oh, didn't I have it in YAESU? Yeah, I might have put it in the YAESU folder. I've got so many, yeah. So many different things. Dipole, keypad, no. So, I thought it was in 3D models. Or was it in protective cage? Yeah. A clear polycarbonate case. There's that many places stuff can be hiding. It's crazy. thought it was in my 3D models, to tell you the truth. Files. What are these files? Right, so we've got YAESU. No, we haven't got YAESU. It's alright, I started putting stuff in other places. Anyway, right, let's just forget about that for a minute. So anyway, I can print it out from... It's here somewhere, just... You know this recent stuff? You know the recent stuff? It only gives you the last 10 or something. Don't you find that a pain when you can't see? Because once you open a few files, it wipes off your recent. And when I'm on other projects, I can't find it again. Yeah. Anyway, so let's turn all that off a minute. I just want on the side panels. There's the new side panel, so we need to get that printed again. So I could get that printing. Basically, have we finished? Let's put it all back together. I'll put the rig back in, even though it's the wrong rig. And the side wings. No, not them ones. Ears, where are they? Rail ears. It's the trouble if you don't look at something. When I was looking at this, I was looking at it every day while working on it. Then I haven't looked at it for months since I've been doing this last project. It's there somewhere, I'm sure it is. Right. So, for the cage, I just need to work out how I'm going to fix it to the other bit. And you've got your upper and lower. These are the wrong ones. Yeah, they're the wrong ones. They should have kept two others like this one. Should have kept two others like that. And to get that back again now, that's going to be a pain to get back. Unless I do it a different way. Yeah, here's how I'm going to do it. I've just worked it out. So we'll print this one out, and then we'll attach these knobs. Spacer. Alright, where are they? Oh, they're coming down the bottom. Slide mount. Hang on, what am I doing here? I'm actually going insane now, aren't I? Yeah, that's it. Let's lose them. So I've got this slide mount, which is supposed to attach to a roof. But if I have the spacer, yeah, if I print the spacer and that bit out, if I print them out and attach it to, then they will fit in the other bit. But they've got to be mounted to... Oh, they won't fit in there, will they? They'll fit in the one I've got to print out. Oh, I don't know now. I'm going nuts, aren't I? Anyway, I've got enough bits to print, but not from this model. So let's just work out what I need to print out. Turn that off. Right. So I've got to print two of those out. Two of those and two ears. Although there's nothing to protect here. I'll be protecting nothing, so these ears are to protect the knobs, but there is no knobs. But so if I put this together now, hang on. Have I got some of those? Just wondering whether I printed some of them out. Yeah, I did have some of the cage parts. I gave the cage away, didn't I? That's okay. Right, so I'll put this back in here. And stick that onto there. Okay. Now, right, that's the way up it goes. So I'll have an FC-50 in here with some ears. There's no reason for the ears, but at least when I put the other one on top, it'll sit with it. And you can carry it, so it'll be carrying two together. And I just need to think of a way of locking the two together. But if I print, I need another one of these, don't I? So if I print the one out that's in here, if I print that one out, oh, you could get a screw in the top, yeah, it's countersunk. Okay, so what if I print that one out? Is that the same height as this? It is, isn't it? So, if I was to put the spacer, it's not showing me the spacer and not because it's tied in with the wherever that one is. It's tied in with that. Yeah, so the spacer and nut is tied in with that. So if I turn off that a minute, so I need a copy of that. I need to get the spacer, have a copy of these, take them out of this one, copy it out of that. Yeah, so probably what happened is I didn't make it unique and I was working on the copy, but where is it? Yeah, must have lost it somehow. Maybe save it, but rename it first, then try to open the original one. It'll be in there somewhere. I've got backups. I've literally got a lot of backups somewhere. If I go onto this drive, I've got backups up on copies on copies. So I normally take a copy. Oh, that's the front end graphics. What's that one? Yeah, this is my archiving thing. You've got the STL files and you've got the actual. Can I open that? Let's open that, see what happens. What have we got here? That's the full thing. It's probably exactly the same thing again. Right, so we've just got that one again. Yeah, so it's the same. It's a backup of that one. Anyway, I think we'll be okay. Right, so I reckon if I've copied, have I copied them yet? Yeah, if I copy these, paste in place. Now these, I'm going to make them, I'm just going to leave them there for now, and I'm going to hide this one, which is, oh, that one. So we've got that there. So if I put back the original lower mount, turn the whole thing upside down. Right, what are we looking at here? Alright, let's have a look. Ah, so they actually, so they are level. So it's designed, I can't remember how I did it now. That's designed to clip onto it. You can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. Right. So what would happen is they'd have to fasten in to this side, and they're flush with the very top. So they need to stick up from here up in order for me to slide this bit over the top. Yeah. So, but yeah, they are flush, but they're in the wrong place. Yeah, to connect two together, I would have to raise them up. So imagine if I've got another one of these. Hang on, what's the height of that? 750. So if I create another one of these, 7.5, and again 7.5. Alright, so we've got two there. Never going to get this right, am I? I haven't got the other bit to model. So I've got this bit which I can print out again, definitely can. Or shall we just, let's say we don't need this bit again and just make the other bit fit onto that bit, but they don't stick out enough. Or do they? Maybe they do. Yeah, I think they do. Sorry. Right, let's undo that. Right, so I reckon if I move these up, not that one, let's hide that a minute. If I select all these, right, select all them and just move them up, I don't know, 7.5, bring back that one. What have we got? So they need to be turned upside down and fastened to there. Yeah, so if I fasten those to the top of there, then print this one out, then it should slide over this one, shouldn't it? Oh no, they're dug in. That's flush there, and they're actually inset. So no, that won't work. Well, it would work, but I'd have a gap and I want it resting on it. You can see there the screw. Got the brass inserts and the screws holding the sides on. Oh, I didn't think this was going to be that complicated. So we've got those there. The idea was that those need to be down here. But could you turn them round? Nah, it's no good. So I need to remodel that thing, don't I? In order to work out what I need. Or I could just print them out, print another one set out with them extra pockets, and then work out how I'm going to fasten the two together. I need to print those things out. Will they work? Yeah. So what I need then is to make some of these, print out some of these and some of them, and what? I have no idea. I've lost the train of thought. Yeah, I could watch it back when I was designing it. Could actually recreate it from the video of me, because I'm talking to myself saying, right, 7mm in, 7mm out. But we've got the red bit, which has actually got the geometry on it. So that needs to go onto that. And then there's a lot of work to do. But I've got the thing to print. So what I need is just something. Yeah, so we don't want that one at all. We don't want it at all. Don't want that one at all. It's not the right one. So I've already got the pieces I can print, so I just need a way of joining them together. So undo layers, undo layers, undo layers, undo, move. Right, okay. So we've got those two things there. Let's bring in the red bit. That's the lower one. Is that the same as the vertical one? Oh, it's reordered the list. Does that sometimes. It can be infuriating. You have to remember it's because it's free. Sometimes it puts that when it was up there all along. It's put it down here, so you have to look for stuff. So we want that one on, even though we're not going to print that. Yeah, so that is in the right place. So what we need is a double one of them. Yeah, because we're going to print the other one out. So if I grab those four and duplicate it here. Right, then flip along the blue. Then if I bring them down, like just press up arrow, bring them down onto there. Right, now I could print these out and put a screw one side, where they are countersunk both sides. So we'd have to make a special one, or just force a nut in. I need a hex in one side, but potentially that could then be pushed in and connect the two together. Yeah. So anyway, we can sort that out. So potentially we should be able to create another one. They're all in line there. That's half of them. Yeah. So if that sticks out enough there, let's have a look. Yeah, these are flush. These are actually flush. So I can put the other one on and just push the thing in. You tight. There's no hole through, so you'd have to push them in to join them, and you've got to get to them to push them, because once these are together you can't get to them. You'd have to fish your hands through and push. Is that one way of doing it? Then you can part them as well. So ideally those fixings need to be fastened to the other one of these. So I need to, probably is what I need to do. I need to create a new one of these a new one of these with those knobs attached directly. Yeah. The only thing is they are printed out. Slightly weird. God, why did I start this modelling today? So my head's been doing programming for months. I'm going back into modelling. Right, so we don't need the double. So undo the move, undo the flip, undo the copy. So we've got the 4. Now what we want is a copy of, we want a copy of the bracket. Let's make a copy of this bracket. Copy, paste in place. I will change it to layer 0. Now we need to make it unique. Mount lower, so I've chosen the wrong one. That's what you can do, so you can end up choosing the wrong one. So mounts lower, where are you? So it's all gone crazy now. Oh, that's because it's 2. So if I select that one now, I'm on layer 0. That's the one. Right, so I'm going to call. I've already made it unique. No, I haven't made it unique. See that? I've made the other one unique. Made the wrong one unique. So this is exactly what happened last time when I was doing it. That's why I ended up with no model. Right, so we're back to square one. So if I turn off lower, right, so we've got that one. So we want to copy that, paste it in place, and we're in the wrong one, so we need to make that layer 0, or maybe it's the right one. Turn off lower 0, so we've still got that one. And make 0 unique. That's it. So we've got a separate one now. Make a new layer, call it mounts lower, and it's with slide retainers. Okay, so that's going to be mounts lower, slide retainers. So switch that one off, switch the other one back on. Yeah, so I've got 2 distinct things. So I'll work on this one. So what we want to do then, so those are sticking up, and what we need to do, see they're the same height. I need to refer back to this thing, so they're both the same height, so the knobs have to stick up above there, so they need to somehow be fastened to the top of there, and they're flush. Yeah, I've got it now, I think. Right, let's just hide the wings. Right, so I've just got this bit here. So let's just hide that a minute. Let's put these in its own little. Right, we're gonna create a new one. Right, so it's the mounts lower, that's the slide, my slide retainers, I don't know what to call these, spacers, spacer, well, spacer, slide spacer. Okay, then we want another one. Mounts. Lower. You can't see this behind my picture. Slide. It's not spacer. It's the mount. Slide mount. Slide plate. Slide mount. Slide mount. I don't know. Right, so we've got the mounts. They've got to go slide mate, slide mount, so they're no longer on that one anymore. They're in slide, lower slide mount. No, I don't know which one it is now. I've lost it. Right, slide mount. And then these are the spacers. So they need to go on to lower spacer. So if I turn off the splice, say, there you go. Okay. So they need to go up and stick up into the spacer, the other one. So I need to turn them around a bit. Yeah, so they have got to be flipped. Flip along the blue. Right, and then they've got to be pushed up. Yeah, they've got to be pushed up. Don't know if it's 7.5 mil. I think it is 7.5 mil. Along the blue axis, 7.5. Right, and we bring back that. So that's it. That's what we want. There's a slight gap there. I don't know why. Why is there a slight gap? 7.5. It is. Oh, they must have been slightly low. But anyway, we're going to fasten them down. So we've got on this side we've actually got a countersunk for a screw, but we've also got a countersunk this side. So what we need to do is drop them down, whatever that size is there. .5 mil. So we'll grab those and just drop them down. Maybe I gave them a bit of clearance. Anyway, so we don't need the clearance now. So we've got it there. I can't print. I can print. Yeah, I can print this one out. Yeah, with the knobs at the top, and it can have some infill. It'll work out, but what you don't want to do is do infill here. So you have to print these out separately, and then you have to screw them together. So in that case, what I need is a fitting here. If I use, have I used, right, I think I've just used a wood screw. It's going to go through to the shelf, but now we need a brass insert instead. Time we got 3 o'clock, so I need a brass insert. So have I got any M3 countersunk screws? Not sure. So got to somehow fasten the two together. We've already made this unique, so it's not going to affect the other one. Right, let's just go into that. So we've already got our hole. The countersunk is on the inside, so probably we can build this up while it's off and then slide it in. So I've got to decide which side you want the countersunk. I think let's put the brass insert here. Now, I don't know if I've got M3 countersunk. What I've done with all my screws. Let's have a look. Alright, so I've got M4s. They don't have to be M3s. I'm sure I've got some countersunks in there. I've got some dome ones. M3. Loads of M3s, cap head screws. They're not really any good. Where else have we got some? Got some of these weird. Actually, I've got some of these weird things. I've got some of these weird things I picked up. No, I don't think we'll use that. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a tidy up, so there's stuff everywhere. Anyway, if we have to get some, we have to get some. I haven't got much time to get some though. There's the trouble, if you leave stuff out, you can get to it quickly, but if you put it away, you don't know where you put it. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. So, I know I haven't got a nut that's countersunk, and I can't really do a hex here, so I'm going to have to do the hex. I'll have to do the hex inside this bit, I think, yeah. So, we need to create a hex nut. I've got M4s. Definitely got some M4s, so let's use these same ones. And I've already got them modelled, so... Right, if we do the... what did I call it now? Ear fixings. Right, they only show up if you put the ears on. Oh no, not ear fixings. Rail knobs. There they are. So there's the exact socket we need. Okay, so what we need to do is this one we're only going to use, it's unique anyway, so I need to flatten this out. So what I need to do is bring all this back up, this bevel up that way. It needs to be just flush with that. Then I need to bring that up to there, and we've got this countersunk needs to come up on the blue axis level with that there. Then I need to push that up to there. Oh, it's not doing it. Why not? Why won't it let me have that? No, it doesn't like it. Okay, so we'll push it down first then. And then we'll get rid of the hole. And then we'll push it up to there. And then we'll get rid of this outer one. And this inner one. So let's go into X-ray. So I've still got a hole all the way through. That's what we want. But we now need to find out which way up we are. Yeah. So in this side needs to be a hex hole. So let's just measure the depth, the width of this hole. It's 5.5 mil. Okay, That's okay. 5.5 is alright. Doesn't matter if it's got a slightly bigger hole than we need, doesn't matter. So the nut is what matters. I could redesign that, but yeah, because it's designed for a screw, won't be as big as a screw. But I've designed these the way they are, so I'll leave them as they are. You might want to put a 5.5 in instead of a 4. I haven't got anything. Well, I haven't got anything 5 M5, so or 6mm. I've only got this design, so unless we just keep it as a pocket. What about if we just keep it as a pocket? So we've done the one, and we ought to do the same to the rest, really. That's the problem. Actually, I could just delete that and keep the one. No, let's just do it. I've got spoilt a bit, but vibe coding, it does all the work for me. I've forgotten how to do work now. Right, so I just need to go up on the blue and go to there, and that needs to be taken out. Okay, and we need that rid of, and that bringing up to there, and then these getting rid of. We'll keep the hole if that's going to be our reference for our nut. I need to go and do the same over here. Yeah, if you use modern Fusion 360, you can do parametric stuff, so you don't have to do repetitive stuff like this. But if you're going to use free tools, you have to be prepared to do the work, but you're ultimately saving money, unless your time is more valuable than the time it takes. Then you can spend your money and buy the proper tools. But there's a learning curve with it as well. I just happen to know I can use SketchUp fairly well, so I don't really like a new learning curve at this point in time. I tried some of the free tools like 3D, what is it? I can't remember what it's called now. The open source tools. Tried them. I can't really get on with them because I've been using SketchUp for too long, and it's difficult to change, especially when you get older. You like to keep everything the same. Right, that's the last one. So what I need to do now, I need to put so we've got what we got the one side, flat the one side. Yeah, we've got this flat here. So we're going to put our fixings need to be retained through there with a countersunk straight through. They can't come here because then you'll have the nut in the way of the radio, even though it might clear. We don't want to take the chance of scratching the radio, so it has to be set down. And I'm going to use an M4, I think. So what I need to do now is copy this slot, copy that, paste it in place, and move it, and then we need to rotate it. I've just selected it, so just go to a corner, turn it like that. Then we need to select it from the middle, You need to be away from the graphics to do this, so you've got to find the center point. If it'll might not like to do it, so you've got to infer it. Doesn't want to do it. No. So if it doesn't want to do it, just put yourself some lines. Oops, wrong way. Right, so we've got to grab it. This is crazy. Shouldn't have had to do all that. It's because it hasn't got an infill. So I could just do that and it'll have an infill, and then it'll let me grab it. Should do. Yeah. No, it's not letting me grab it. It's the problem with free tools. Right, there it is. Okay, so it's not letting me grab it. It's being as awkward as it can be. Right. Yeah, it's not letting me grab it. Am I using the wrong tool? No. I can grab it like that. So I can put it somewhere like that. This is what slows you down. I'm going to tell it to go against there. Of course it's not going to want to put... Don't normally have this trouble. I could just measure it and make a new one, but we know this one works. It's just going to be a complete and utter... Right, what about if I put a circle in it? Right, I'm going to put a little circle in there. And that'll allow me to grab it by the circle. There we go. So what I want to do is I want to place it on top of here in the middle, just like that. Then I want to copy it over to here. And I want to grab the two. Grab both of them. And copy it from there over to this one. Okay, so they're over where they need to be. Yeah, so now I need to grab them all. Right, cut them out. Paste them in place. Right, now I need to work out how deep I'm going to go with them. Now you can potentially go deep as you want because it's 3D printed quite thick. So I need the head to be not flush but below the level. So what I'm going to do, what is that? Can't see what that is now. Right, so you can already see, yeah. So we can see that that tube's too much. Too big, but it is compatible with some of the other stuff we've done, so I need to keep it there. So we need to push that down. Can I do it? Sort of. So how far do we want to go? Let's just say we want to go down 12 mil. Even though 10 mil's probably enough. Let's say we're gonna go, I don't know, it's 12 mil. That's almost all the way through, isn't it? Yeah, that's too much. Way too much. So, okay, let's not do 12 more. Let's just do, I don't know, 7 mil. 7 mil. Yeah, 7 mil. Okay. Let's get rid of some of this. That's got rid of the whole thing, so that's not going to work. So, okay, I'll just move this down manually. 7 mil. Okay. And that one's got to be moved down manually as well. Okay, so we've got our 7 mil. Right. And we've got our hole, which needs to go away now. Okay, so we've got our receptacle for our nut that drops down here with a bit of thread sticking up, and that should do the trick. Yeah, so that's what we need to print out. I should be able to do that. Okay. Yeah, it's not a brilliant idea. So we could do it slightly different. We could put a brass insert, but then I need to go to M3. I've got M3 brass insert, so I've got M8. Probably not got much of anything else. Right. So we're screwing in from this side, countersunk into that. So it probably just needs to be a brass insert, but we'll have to change the geometry of all this then. Don't want to change too much to know that works. Right, let's just do that then. Oh, what's happened? We seem to have done, something's gone wrong here. Something's gone wrong. I don't know what's gone wrong. Oh, that. So we need to interface the faces with that model. So we can, no, we still can't select what we want. Why not? This is the trouble if you try to do something. Yeah, I've lost it, haven't I? I used to do this easy. Well, I've actually lost it now. Lost the ability. If you don't do it, you lose it. You've got to do it on a daily basis, otherwise instead of it becoming easy, it becomes laborious. Yeah. 2 hours. Have we done anything in 2 hours? I don't know if I've done anything. Running out of time now. Oh my god. Right, running out of time, so I need to stop running out of time. Definitely need to stop running out of time. There's going to have to be a nut in there and screwed in, because I haven't got time to search for all the stuff, the parts. I'm going to run out of time anyway. I know I am. And it won't intersect the faces with the model, don't know why. Okay, so if it won't let me do it, maybe I can cheat. Nah. Just playing silly buggers now, isn't it? Okay, we'll do it a different way. We'll delete this end. And we'll go around the other end. Don't forget I've got to do this 4 times. So I need to delete that. Come out. Paste in place. Cut it. Go back in. Paste in place. And then drop it down. Can't see where I'm dropping it down to. So I need to switch on X-ray. And it needs to go down to there. That's it. So we've got a hole straight through it now. That's it. Okay. That's good. We've got no non-manifold edges on it, so that's okay. Right, somehow we've got to do the same another few times. Right, so we're going to do that. I reckon. Oh God, don't know. Right, let's just get rid of that. We need to keep something though. A reference at least. Let's keep the dot. So that's the one that works. This is the one that doesn't work. Okay. Right, let's just get rid of something. Okay. So we want to copy that there. Okay, so we're gonna copy that over to there. Trying to cut corners now. I'm just trying to cut corners because I'm trying to speed this up. It'll either work or it won't. I think it's worked, right. So let's try and do 2 at a time this time. Ah, we've got an extra geometry. Oh, it's done silly buggers on us. It's created some geometry which nobody asked it to. Here it is. I can't copy and paste the geometry. Right, so I've got rid of the extra geometry. It's what happens if you intersect the faces with the model, you get some extra geometry sometimes. Right, so I need to delete some more stuff. Okay, I need to copy 2 at a time. Okay, I'll go from here into the middle. Copy another 2. Okay, and then we need to good luck, got to sleep, see you next time. No worries. Thanks. Donzozo. See you again soon. Have a good one, mate. Have a good sleep. Catch you soon. Carry on with this. Got to get these printing in a bit. Should have done this way before, but I've left it late. Right, so I've got to do let's try and do all of it. Intersect the faces with the model. Delete that one, delete that one. Is that all? Possibly. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're okay. So that's the new one with the hex screws capability. If I remember right, they were a tight fit as well. But they were okay. They were a tight fit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just do this little change. I'm just going to grab that and go up 0.25 mil and push that down to there, and I've made them a bit wider. Do the same again here, 0.25 mil. Yeah, so if you don't use Fusion 360 or some other tool like that, be prepared to have to jump through hoops to achieve a similar thing. Nobody will thank me for doing it this way I'm doing it, but that's what they want. Is they all want a parametric model done in Fusion 360, but if you want to avoid the subscription charge, well, not avoid, you can't subscribe to everything. It's impossible. Nobody's got that much money, not unless you're a multi-millionaire. If you're a multi-millionaire, maybe you can. Right, I think that's about it for that. So I should be able to print that out, so let's try it. So I've got everything there. Let's clean it up. Smooth the edges. Right, let's export it. STL file. We're going to have to call this something else. So I need to find where I've been saving it. Is it SketchUp? Yeah, I think it's that one. Right, so we're going to find something. Modular shelf mount. No. Modular shelf mount. Yeah, bracket. Mount bracket. And then we're going to call it. I don't know. What should we call it? New slide. Slide mount. I don't know, new one, can't call it that. Combined. That'll do. Okay, so we've got the new one. We need to do the new left rail and right rail. Right, so export. Right. Slide mount. Rails, where are the rails? Right rail. Which one have I just done? That's the rail left hand. Yeah. Rail left hand, so the rail left hand ear. Left hand ear, left hand rail. So it can overwrite the other one because it does both, doesn't it? It's got a space in it for some reason. Right, left hand rail, we'll just call it new. Combined. Combined, that's it. Save. And then we want to do this one. Export. So it's the right hand rail combined. Where is it? Can't see it. There's left hand rail combined. Right, so it's the right hand modular mount. Right rail combined. That's all we need, isn't it? Oh, we need some of these. These are the same though. These haven't changed any of them, so they're fine as they are. Okay, we're finished in here. So let's just turn everything back on. It'll all be a bit of a mess. Turn the shelf off. Right, we've got everything back on there now. Okay, so I've got everything I need to... Alright, we'll save that as it is. Now I've got to open Bamboo. I haven't got the printer on, big mistake. We'll open it up there. And put those, so I've got to find the original, the new version of it. Anyway, I'll do that off the screen. So that's the model done, and that's one of my earlier ones. Recently opened rail. So I've got to find the very latest one. We won't do that yet. So anyway, let's stop the stream now. So modelling the YAESU FC-50 tuner cage. So it turns out that the tuner is the same size as the 891 in any way that matters. So anyway, that's it for this stream. I will print them off. I'll catch you live when I'm portable at some point. So 73 all. Catch you all later. Bye for now.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
That information is not available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.